Have a little wiggle now and again. Let me see your butt wiggle. Come on, all bikers out there, give us a butt wiggle.
Naughty, naughty, very naughty.
Is it a night ride? Pinnacle Moto's first night ride? No, it's the new Commute. Welcome guys, Pinnacle here. We are commuting from our new location, our new home base over in Kent. We have moved, as some of you know, we have moved from Essex, border of East London and Essex, out into the Kent area. That's the reason for the absence of videos for a little while, because obviously been moving, been trying to organise everything. Also Christmas season, it's kind of, you don't really want to be riding into work when there's lots of celebrations and festivities going on. And plus it's been a little bit on the cold side, -2, -3 most mornings that I would have ridden in. And the previous day had been lots of rain, so black ice is always a big issue. So if you can avoid it, avoid it. If not, then just be very, very careful. I think a lot of people are very worried about things like rain, black ice, you know, all of that sort of stuff. Unfortunately, it is a part of riding, and it's something you will encounter at some point. So I think, you know, if you haven't lost the back end of your bike once or twice already, you're probably in a very, very kind of scared state of mind where you think to yourself, oh shit, as soon as the back slips a little bit and you stiffen up, it's hard to correct it, it's hard to bring it back in, you don't really know what to do, etc. So it's worth researching that a little bit, especially in this sort of environment at the moment where the road surfaces are not great. There's gravel everywhere, you know, you might get a little bit of oil spillage from all the bumps, or, you know, or some sort of spillage on the road from all of the bumps and the potholes everywhere from the previous traffic that's been using that road. It's worth kind of getting yourself known to what you should be doing if you do feel the back slip out. It's happened to me a good few times now. Unfortunately, I did have to go commute after work to a hospital to visit my mother a couple of years ago, and at that time it was snow and ice, so it was very, very cold, but it was a good experience for me in terms of riding in different weather conditions. So if you haven't got out there yet, and as soon as it gets to rain, you start stiffening up, you start taking the corners wider, you're worried the bike's going to fall over, just ride. Just get in those conditions as much as you can and just ride. That's my advice there. Because once you do lose the back a couple of times, the next time you lose it, you're like, oh, okay, lost the back a little bit there. And it's not really a problem. You know, you don't really worry, you haven't got that scared moment, because you know what it feels like, and you know that it's not going to be a big problem. The roads are a little bit moist today, but I wouldn't say they are. I'm going to go down this lane actually. I know it's a little bit naughty, shouldn't really cross lanes on a roundabout, but I did check and I had loads of room. It's a little bit moist this morning. There's a little bit, a very, very small bit of haze, bit of fog, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad out here. It's not too cold. The visibility's okay. It's dark. I don't know if the camera's going to be picking me up too well. It's the first time I've ever tried to use the cameras, especially the DJI 360. It's the first time I've tried to use the cameras in the car in the night. But yeah, we'll see. By the time I get to work, it may just be getting light. We will see, because it's now, I don't know, like 6:30 or something, maybe just gone 6:30. So let's see what the commute's like. Foolishly enough, my phone has got 13% battery. So I am in a position where I don't know whether the battery is actually going to last if I put sat-nav on now. I have got a charger. I'm going to go. I have got a charger, but I don't think I'm going to be needing that just yet. and I've got an emergency. I will plug it in if needed, but I've only just realised it now once I started riding, and it's hard to actually start changing things up, pulling over. You delay your journey so much on a motorbike if you stop. So our route today, we are going from Kent. It's kind of the let's say Sittingbourne, Gillingham area, that kind of location there. We are moving from Kent, and we are going to be moving up to the M25. Are you gonna go? Yeah, because I will whiz through here if you are. We're going up through the M25, and from the M25 we are then going to go the A13 route. So this is one route that I'm going to be doing. This is the A2, by the way. So it's the A2 most of the way, and then at some stage we will get to where the M25 comes round, and then just join on at that point. So that's the route of travel. If any of you guys do travel from kind of the Sittingbourne, Gillingham, you know, that sort of area, not so much Maidstone's a bit too south for where I am, but the kind of the M2, the A2 area, let me know. I'm going into Liverpool Street, so EC2 area. So if you've got any nice routes that you take, or you know what the quickest route is, I know the Blackwall Tunnel is probably quicker than the Dartford, but you have to pay for that, and it's going to start racking up if I have to do that every day. And I think with the Dartford Tunnel being free for bikes at the moment, may as well just take advantage of it. It's only another 10-15 minutes, I think, on the journey. But we will try that. We will try and time our journeys, and we will see. We'll see how we go. I'm wearing some new earplugs. I don't know if it was a bit of a, not scam, but a bit of a hype, but there was some, I won't mention the name, one reason I can't pronounce it, but there was some new earplugs I saw on either Instagram or Facebook, kept popping up constantly. I must have watched it a couple of times, one of the adverts, because I was interested, and as Facebook and Instagram do, they latch on to that and they start sending you adverts about absolutely everything related to it. So yeah, got new earplugs, testing those out. I can hear myself speaking, I can hear the engine, but I can't hear any wind noise at all. So I will review these and let you know if they're actually worth it, but I will do that at a later point, because I've had a few earplugs, the foam ones, but these ones, they're more like AirPods. So yeah, I'll be reviewing those at a later date once I learn how to pronounce the name, and we'll talk you through them. So this is pretty straightforward. I'm gonna just get in front of this Puma. The speed limits around here are variable between there's a 20 zone right where we start, then it goes into a 30, there's a 40 for majority of going through, and then this is now a 50 on the A2. I do need to get over this side. I am going right on the corner. We are good for fuel. Thing is, it is a lot of fuel that we use going to work now. We don't need to turn right, we need to go this way, so I'll go in this lane. Left lifesaver, checking down. And we are on the A2, so we'll be on here for a while. And as I say, we're going to merge onto the M25 and then get the Dartford Tunnel. The tunnel is this way, and the bridge is coming into Kent. So I think we're going to pass up by Strood. We'll let this car go and then we'll jump in behind that. Check in my left real quick. We are going around here. M2, this is where we want, M25. Still wearing our winter gear. I think it's around about 5-6 degrees this morning, not too chilly, and if you've got your winter gear on with some nice padding, you should be good. You don't have to worry too much about the wind chill. I'm not wearing a balaclava, it's not that cold. Can't go on the inside of you because there is a car coming up. Yes I can, it's stopped. There's a few roundabouts in Kent actually, I've noticed. Not as bad as somewhere like Milton Keynes, but there are a few. Motorbike has gone round, which means we are now on a national speed limit. Nice long bend here, first thing in the morning, build your confidence up. I don't want to be going too quick to work today. I want to kind of stick around the speed limit to see how long it's going to take me roughly. But the traffic looks nice at the moment. It's very nicely flowing. And I'm keeping up with the traffic, not exceeding the speed limit, obviously. The officer. So we've got cars merging from the left here. This van could have moved over to the right, but there was no cars parallel with it or behind it for it to warrant that, so it stayed where it was. Now when you've got cars that have just come onto the dual carriageway, you have got to realise that some of them want to go faster. So expect the impatient ones to try and move across very quickly. So even though you've cleared that lane and you're in the other lane now, you've got to imagine that some of these people still want to move across. Now this is unfamiliar territory for me. I've got to be looking at signs constantly. I've got to be checking that guy's cigarette just came out the window. I've got to be aware to a lot of things. There's a guy behind me. I am keeping my distance a little bit from that car in front. But we are travelling at a good speed. No need for me to filter at this point. But I will stay in this lane. I do prefer in this situation being in position 1 of the lane. And this guy's getting very close to me behind. So once I get past this car, I'm just going to let him go because he seems to want to be pushing me along and I can't go anywhere. I've got my safety bubble there. And that's as close as I want to be going. Let's see how he treats the guy in front of him now. Is he going to do the same? He's holding back now, so maybe he's just not aware of how comfortable it is to be behind a biker. So that's the M2 turn off there. We don't really want to get on the M2. We're going to stay on the A2 to the M25. Or I think the A289 or something maybe we'll get on. I don't know yet. Right, we are dropping a little bit below the speed limit now, so, and I know there's a nice big turn here. And I don't know why this guy's slowed down so much. I mean, the turn is not that bad, so I think I may be a bit cheeky and on the turn overtake this guy. This is where we now join, and this is where we see the traffic. So I want to get over as quick as possible to the right hand side once there's filtering. So I'm checking. I'm not going to go across 2 lanes at once. I'm holding position. I will move up here. So if I get behind that Fiesta, I'm pretty much stuck because that Fiesta and the Merc is going at the same speed. Fiesta wants to get over now. Good opportunity for me now to get over. Double checking my mirrors, life saving. Making sure this Merc can see me in his mirrors. I'm getting into position 3 now of this lane. and I am gradually getting into the right hand lane. I will hold now position 1. Position 1 of this lane, or position 3 of the centre lane, or the lane to the left of me anyway, for the immediate future. I'm watching these cars. This is the quicker moving lane. A lot of cars in the middle are going to want to get over. So I need to be very careful when there's gaps, like there's a gap. Anyone want to move into it? No, we're good. Cars are slowing right down now, a couple of gears down. Get ourselves in a filtering position. Unfortunately, the traffic, I spoke too soon and the traffic is quite heavy. We will use our noise in this gear because we're not going to be going too much faster than this at the moment due to the amount of traffic. Looking at these gaps, looking at the cars on the left. I'm not really bothered about the cars on the right so much because the right hand lane is moving quicker. So it's the left hand lane that's going to want to pull into it. Gap here on the left that I will worry about a little bit just in case someone changes their mind. We're moving a little bit faster now, so we'll change up a gear. No one behind me. There's not many bikes around in Kent that commute. I've seen quite a few bikes on a Sunday. I went out yesterday, but there's not many commuters around that I've seen yet. Maybe I will as I get closer to London, or maybe I will as I'm going through this traffic and there may be rapid commuters and they'll filter up behind me. But at the moment we're clear. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be traffic all the way down to the M25 crossing. Thank you, mate, appreciate that. Transit van wondering what to do. I'm going to get here. Nice one, Merc, thank you. You've seen me. Okay, again, we are looking for cars that don't know what they want to do. It's very hard to see motorbikes at night because when you look in your wing mirrors or your interior mirrors, all you see is a bunch of lights. You don't know. It's hard to work out, is that a bike, is that a car? So just be extra vigilant. They're not going to be able to see you, just put it that way. Your best hope here is a little bit of noise, a little bit of sound, and just careful filtering. It's so much different than filtering when it's light, when people haven't got blazing headlights in their mirrors. Okay, so we are slowing right down to 40 according to the overhead speed limit signs. Which means people may change lane. They're trying to find the quickest route. It's like everyone. You're trying to find the quickest route to work, and if all the lanes are stationary, they might want to quickly jump in. So these gaps are going to appear very quickly. We need to look out for that. People might want to jump into these gaps very quickly as well. From both sides. It's a 4-lane carriageway at the moment. Soon to turn into a 5 for a temporary time zone duration rather. This looks like it's going all the way to the Dartford tunnel. Now the Dartford tunnel I think is a bit of a problem, and the reason I think it's a bit of a problem is because you can't really see much space in the Dartford tunnel. There's no much. If people are stopped, there's not much room for the overtake, and plus it's it's a double white as well. This guy's seen me, so I will take. One of these guys is impatient. I don't know if it's this one or the one in front. So beware that you've already seen them change lanes once. They may want to do it again. Traffic is slowing again. We're looking all the way up there to see where the brake lights are. We will temporarily get in this lane because that van is a bit far over. Then we will get back into kind of the middle, lane splitting, hovering between position 3 of, let's call it lane 2, and position 1 of lane 3. The noise is helping out here a little bit, my bike noise. But with these new headphones, it sounds raspy and beasty. It sounds different to it usually sounds. It makes my bike sound better to me. But I don't get any of the other noise in. I am dulled from that. It'd be interesting if someone tries to speak to me, if I can actually hear them or not. Okay, so when you're filtering like this, you've got to make sure your arms are staying relaxed. Arms and shoulders. Just double check yourself now and again, making sure that your arms and shoulders are still very relaxed. You don't want to be kind of locked elbows out there, elbows turned out and shoulders high. That's not going to help you. Are you going to see me? No? Okay. See, this point now, everyone's on their phones. I'm going to be late, boss, or blah, 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 checking if there's a different way, or let's check while I'm not moving, let's check my messages, and, you know, this is the prime time that people are going to be on their phone or putting makeup on or deciding to have their their breakfast bap, whatever it is. No attention whatsoever from people. You've got to assume this. I'm not saying that all the drivers are like this, but I'm saying you've got to assume that this is what's going through in each of these vehicles. We are travelling at a very low speed of 40 miles an hour, which is fine because that's the speed limit here anyway at the moment, but when we do get traffic like this, it does impact our journey time. We're looking for, when there's people in front of vans, they can't see what's coming down the middle, and if they want to change lane, it's going to be a very quick manoeuvre and they won't look again. So don't expect someone to see you at the last minute and stop. That is not going to happen. And a question, guys, just when filtering, I mean, someone did mention, why do we filter in this position and not between lane 1 and 2, or this is now lane 4 by the way, lane 1 and 2, 2 and 3, why do we filter between 3 and 4, or why do we filter between the outside lane and the next left lane? The main reason is because this is the consistent flow, right? You are going to get a lot of people moving, but you're not going to get people trying to move over to turn off into side roads or enter from side roads. So this is the less action lane for us. But the most important thing is, if bikes were filtering in between every single lane, it's going to cause problems for the bikes. And I'll tell you why that is, because let's say I'm filtering here and another bike decides to come up on the inside here and is filtering between this lane to my left and the lane further left. Let's call that lane in between lane 2 and 3. So if he's filtering, I'm going to get past because I don't know how much he's going to overshoot that lane. If he's filtering between those two lanes and I'm in this lane, if I go a little bit ahead of him or he goes ahead of me, a driver may move over for one of us. And if they move over for one of us, they are then moving into the other one. So you want to make sure that, you know, you filter in this kind of position, in this lane. It's not only safer for other bikers, but it's also safer for you, because cars start getting aware that if there's a bike coming, it's likely to be coming, if you're in this lane on my left, it's likely to be coming up on the right hand side. Okay, so we're approaching Gravesend now. We've still got a way to go with this traffic. That's a very small space for me, but it is opening up. We do need to keep our eyes out when it's slow moving, when it starts to slow down. People like to change lanes. You saw up there. There's always going to be people changing lanes, so you've got to look at where they can go into. It's very often, not often, it's very rare that someone will indicate to give their attention, check it's safe, and then move. They will indicate as they're moving. That's just the way UK drivers have become, unfortunately. They just indicate for the sake of it. You might as well just not indicate if you're going to do that, to be honest. Well, actually, no, still indicate, because it gives me very late notice, but at least it's better than some, better than none. So we don't want to go too fast through this traffic. I know some people like to go a lot faster than me, some people think I go too fast, but we have to make sure that we are safe. Now before I get over, I must check nothing's coming up from the inside lane to get in front of that truck. But this guy's moved over for me, so we're good here. I don't know how long my battery's going to last on the on either of these cameras. This is a real test for me. This will be the longest commute that I've done so far. I'm expecting it to be maybe an hour and a quarter, hour and 20 minutes maybe. That truck's doing a great job. Look at that. We are moving a bit quicker now. We're up to 70. Back up to speed limit, which is good. I may stop filtering in a minute if it carries on like this, or I may just keep filtering. Because the cars are doing about 60. Oh, he's seen, he's moved over. But there is a dash line here that's starting to get a little bit closer together. So we've got to understand first why that is. Because that usually means that the lane is splitting. Or it means you should really keep in your lane. And that's what we're going to be doing. We see the Dartford crossing on the left hand side in 2/3 of a mile, so we need to get over for that. A lot of other people are going to be getting over for that as well. We'll indicate, make sure there's no bikers shooting down, and we will go this way quickly. And we'll sit behind this truck here. I can actually change up a gear now, so we don't have to make too much noise. We're not filtering. I'm not using my hazards, by the way, because I don't think that it's an advantage to me. If there are other bikes behind me, I may use my hazards just to get attention of cars that I've passed, so that they are then in a position where I need to go to the right hand side here, so that they're in a position where they know I'm a bike, there's other bikes. There's a guy broken down on the left there, hard shoulder. I'm a bike, there's other bikes following me, and they will be more attentive to that. 40 mile an hour I'll take this corner at. I'm doing 65, that should be fine. Oh, we're slowing. It's important when you see this, come off the accelerator as soon as you can, because you don't want to apply the brakes too much, and try and stay off the rear brake, especially changing down into a high RPM, because that will also lock up the back wheel a little bit if you do that. And you don't want to make any sudden changes when you're turning and braking. It all needs to be nice and smooth. You can still brake when you're turning, don't get me wrong, but it needs to be nice and smooth. You are top man, thank you. Shouldn't really be here. The road is horrible. It's like going off road now. But I did want to get kind of a little bit of progress. So again here, we are now, this is the M25 now, so we are now going to be going over as quick as we can. Loads of shit on the road here. We are good to move over, and I will leave my indicator on. We're good to move over again. So loads of traffic going this way in Kent, from Kent. I've never had this much traffic on the A12 or the A13. Maybe the A13 I think is a bit busier than the A12, but it's not that bad. But we're doing well for time. Since I started recording, it's been 30 minutes, half an hour so far we've been commuting for. I am going to look at filtering at some point, but these lanes are not that wide, and this BMW doesn't want me to get to the left. I see him looking in his interior mirror, he knows I'm there. I'll use this gap here, I think, and then I will need to slow down because of the van. Oh, you are a nice man, thank you mate, appreciate that. And you're not a nice man, you've pulled over into me, but you didn't know. There's no one knowing. How will he know? He's going to know. Bit of weaving having to do here, unfortunately. It's not a straightforward commute. You're braking heavily. You're not going to try and get over, are you? No, you're good. As I said, the Blackwall Tunnel is a double white line, solid whites. So we may need to queue with the cars. We may need to become that lesser mortal. But we'll see. We'll just take it easy. People going in the other direction there on bikes. Not seen a single bike so far. Well, I did actually. Tell a lie, I did see a bike, but he wasn't coming this way. CCS security. So I got a DJI Mic 3. The one I'm using at the moment is a Mic 2. These are still not solid, so I'm good. The one I'm using at the moment is a Mic 2, but I bought a Mic 3 because during the move I thought I'd lost my Mic 2. I haven't used it yet because I did find my Mic 2 again before I actually needed it. But I'm interested to see indicate and move. That's the way they do it, unfortunately. Indicate and move. So I've still got some area here to filter, which is great. But I cannot really cross these white lines. But this traffic is stationary, so it's not going to be like a major issue for me. Actually, the Dartford Tunnel doesn't seem to be. You are a top man. Thank you, mate. Doesn't seem to be as narrow as I thought originally. So we can still progress a little bit. I did straddle there a little bit, I know. Now I think this is where it gets a little bit narrower. Lovely white lines. There's no shit on them. I'm doing a very bad job here. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. I'm doing a very bad job of keeping legal here, to be honest, guys. So I could just slow down. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Maybe we'll just take it a bit easier. We don't need to be straddling or crossing. I mean, I'm going to have to cross both of these lines if I want to overtake this van, and we are still moving, so it's not too much of a big issue. Let's just calm down, Pin. Calm down. We got to stay in this position though, so we can actually see what's happening ahead of us. There's no major brake lights. It is flowing. We are good. We are good. The last thing we want is an accident or to cause an accident in the bloody tunnel. That will screw everyone. It really will. I mean, how did they even do that? Is there enough width to get an ambulance through vehicles? Don't know. Tunnel is done. Okay, Dartford Tunnel is done. A13 is our next M25, A13. That's where we're looking to move on to. So I do need to get over to the left-hand side at some point, I think. No, that will be Thurrock. I don't want to go lakeside. No time for shopping. I mean, what is the time? Can I even see? I don't know, I'll look later. Let's not distract ourselves. Still double whites. Still no crossing. And now the double whites end. We can filter again, but people will be making moves after these double whites. They're going to want to get into the lanes that they need to be in. And we don't particularly know. Oof, that was close, wasn't it? You got to try and get into that lane, and you went into that lane, and it's all a little bit of do the hokey pokey, isn't it? We're going to stay on the A13 though, so I think that's the better route for us at the moment. It is a 50-mile-an-hour limit. We are doing 30, so there is room for filtering if we need to. But let's just get past some of these obstructions of vision, let's call them, and then we can see where we are. Quickly here. So I want to be getting on the left-hand side here for the A13, but we can get over at the last minute. It's not a big issue. Excuse my cough. I don't know why that motorbike was queuing up. I really don't. You are going to get cars that want to pull in here at the last minute as well. It's very, very naughty. I'm going to do this, which is also very, very naughty. But it's what is done. What is done is done. And what you can do, you can do. So we've got a lane merging from the left now, which means some of these vehicles in my left-hand lane here may want to move over. How much they want to move over, we don't know. Let's look at the signs to see where we need to go. He's got his hazards on. I don't know why he's got his hazards on. That doesn't help me or anyone else on the road. And plus your indicators are a bit crap, to be honest, mate. It's it getting light. Okay, if it gets light, I'm late for work. Right, you're indicating left, but I need to get between the middle of you two. And you are stationary, so it doesn't mean you're going to get over, which is great. We want to be going to London, so I do want to get kind of in the left-hand lane here. We will indicate to the left. Hopefully the A13 into London is nice. Looks good. Someone on the outside of me, also good. Can't see me in his wing mirror, so I will drop back. I'll move to here. Now he can see me, so I can filter through. So move up a little bit here. They're still doing 10 mile an hour under the speed limit. Little bursts to get through the places that you don't want to be stuck in. Is how I use it. I'm in lane 1 at the position 2 at the moment, but I will be moving to position 3 like now. And I've got to assess when the best time to get through here is. And we'll do that now. We'll move to position 1 of lane 3. we are assessing again. Now is a good time. Now we move to lane 2, position 3, and back to lane 3, position 1. I'm going to move to lane 2, position 2, and then I'm going to move to lane 1, position 2. At this rate, I reckon 15 more minutes and I'll be back home where I used to live. That's how much more of a commute I've got now, guys. It's a bit different. At the moment we're travelling between Tilbury and Dagenham, and then just past Dagenham you have Barking, but if you go to the right hand side you have Romford, Chadwell Heath, Ilford, and I used to live in Chadwell Heath. Okay, so we are commuting speed. We can filter in speed. These cars are a little bit slower than the speed limit. I will take my central place. Looking at this car on the right here, yep. Saw that coming, but he's decided against it, so I'm still weary of him. Still weary of what his intentions were. Does he want to get over? Is he trying to get over to... Are you going to indicate and let me know what you want to do? No, you're not. You're just going to let me pass, and then you're probably going to indicate, right? Keeping your bum relaxed and your legs relaxed stops you getting that butt ache and that cramp. Have a little wiggle now and again. Let me see your butt wiggle. Come on, all bikers out there, give us a butt wiggle. I've sounded like a dodgy bloody vlogger now, don't I? Okay, so we are slowly getting through this traffic. Imagine how long it would take to get to work in a car with all of this that I've had this morning. And I've got a feeling this is a pretty frequent event. Is it just because it's Monday? I mean, you guys that commute often, is it every day like this from Kent? Because this is crazy. I mean, I'm enjoying it, don't get me wrong. I enjoy the ride and I enjoy filtering. I enjoy talking to you guys, even though I'm not actually talking to you guys, you know what I mean. I enjoy the conversations that we may have as an outcome of the video. But it's a very long commute here. Lots of traffic, constant traffic. Alright, I am not noisy enough. I'm not noisy enough. I'm wondering what the big gaps are for. We're checking these gaps. We do not want gaps, really. Because if there's gaps in this left lane, the right lane are likely to want to pull into them. Checking here, thought that was going to happen. Saw something, it wasn't an indicator, but I saw something. Nice, he moved over a little bit. He's got his brake lights on, which means people in this second lane could be getting a little bit frustrated. Anything happening here? Nope, we're good. Looking at these gaps all the time, looking at gaps opening up, because this lane is almost stationary. They're going to want to move over like the guy did up there. They're going to move over into the faster lane. The faster moving lane is the one that they want to move into. So we've got to be careful, very careful. Okay, both lanes are kind of stationary or moving at the same pace. So it's less likely for people to change lanes. It's not unlikely, it's less likely. But when one lane is moving faster than the other, you've got to expect people to want to get into those gaps. Still only seen 2 bikers now this morning. One in Kent and one, I think it was on the M25 with the A13 turn off. And he or she was queuing behind all of the cars, which I thought was a bit strange. Maybe a new rider, maybe no rush, maybe not confident filtering, don't know, whatever it is. Maybe I can help. I don't know. Maybe I can't. Maybe I'll just give you bad advice and make your riding experience a lot worse. Okay, there's a couple of wing mirrors here. That one's moved over. You're a nice chap, mate. Thank you. I like saying thank you with my feet because it gives me a chance to stretch my legs. Okay, I don't know what the quality of the camera is going to be like now, because I would say this is low light. But it is starting to get lighter than it was. I mean, it was dark when we left, right? So now it is starting to get a bit lighter. Oh, windmills up there. Okay, what are we doing here? I feel like something's happening somewhere here. Don't know, my spidey senses got a bit tingly. I don't know what it was. It's telling me to be careful. You ever get that on a bike? Your spidey senses? Yeah, maybe that one wanted to move over. This guy. Not sure. I'm not going to look in the wing mirror too much to try and prove my point. Or to quantify my hypothesis. Let's have a look. What is that on his truck? It's an ambulance. Let's see. Highway maintenance vehicle. We are moving though, we are moving. It's always good when you're moving. Your brakes are on. There's a gap on the left here. You're both kind of moving at the same speed. Maybe now is the danger zone. When the right hand side is braking, slowing, and there's gaps on the left. This is where it's dangerous. Very dangerous at the moment. Look at these big gaps and the big pools of vehicles on the right. I do need to slow down because this truck is quite far over. And now we're back to a little bit of a safer area, but now this time, just for a brief second there, the left-hand lane was likely to move into the right. People want to find the quickest route. They want to keep swapping lanes to make sure they've got the fastest possible time. They don't want to be delayed. Time is everything in life. You don't get it back and you can't stop it or slow it down. It's inevitable. It is the one constant. I sound like a bloody scientific movie, don't I? Get back on track, Pin. Come on. Oh, this is a little bit laborious, isn't it? I'm starting to get a bit of a butt ache from this kind of slow riding. I'll just wiggle my legs a little bit to use that to steer. Give my arms a break, which they're not really doing much work at the moment anyway. So the A13, so what have we got? The A2 was absolutely crammed, the M25 was absolutely crammed, and now the A13 is absolutely crammed. Is anyone getting work this morning? Is anyone going to be able to get to work on time? Or do you guys in the cars, do you allow for like 2-hour delays? Because I don't know how any of you are going to get to work within 2 hours from where I was originally. That guy smoking weed in his van doesn't seem to care anyway. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Just get me some biscuits. Okay, Okay, little stretch, little stretch, little stretch, because we are coming up to an hour now, and an hour is usually where I start feel, not usually on a normal ride, but when we're in traffic like this constantly, after an hour you do start to feel a little bit numb and a little bit sore, and I think I've still got at least another half hour to go, I would say, with the amount of traffic that we've had this morning. Right, we are getting into a residential kind of populated area now, so we do have to try and look out also now for pedestrians. It's a very purple pub, isn't it? Okay, we are looking, trying to stay in as many wing mirrors as possible with this position. Truck moving over. No bikes come in. I think here is a very narrow road. We won't really get a chance to filter here. But it's moving, we are flowing, which is good. Petrol status is good. I went for a long ride yesterday from where I am now up to Leeds Castle and back, just to kind of look at the area really. So I did use some fuel. Not sure when we're going to have to fill up again, but we will see. Range says 150 miles. Another bike. Try get in front of him. It's quite narrow, these lanes, to really filter too much on. But we do what we can. Left-hand lane's very empty, but it's against my religion to filter in that lane. Lots of neon lights, well, so much neon, but lots of lights, isn't there? This time of the morning, you notice the adverts and the lights more. During the day, these adverts just blend into the background, but when it's kind of dark, or when it's, let's say dusk, is low light, is when you notice them a bit more. Must be a biscuit factory around here. You can smell biscuits. Lots of notice given by that Nissan, that's great. We like that. Traffic, traffic, traffic. Whatever will we do? Now we've got to watch out for this lane moving over this way, or people now starting to see this sign and go, oh, where do I need to be? And some people might want to go to like Manor Park or Beckton and be in this lane, and they've got a lot of work to do to get over. I see another bike up there. See, this left lane is so clear and no one is using it. what's that? You're checking speed and registering the front license plate? I don't have one. You got Mr. Patient Biker here. He's just going with the traffic, which is fine. We are moving at a decent speed, so there's no reason not to. But he is blocking me, so I did have to make an executive decision. Not usually something I do, slow lane overtaking, but there was a bit of congestion there, and it was a route through. Yeah, not quite in that style, but I mean, where's he going to go now? See, that's just crazy driving. That's a crazy driver. I guess he saw a bike and he thought, oh, I want to do that. And then he gets stuck in traffic up here and I just filter past him. Let's make sure he doesn't pull into that left lane like I thought he would. Now he's going to go all the way over. And what we don't want him to do is knock into us. Yeah. You are not a bike. You do have to abide by rules of width, unfortunately. Best way here. I think this lane I'll take. I'll just have a little relax. Oh, let's stretch his leg out. Still getting over this bug I had, I think. There's a lot of aches and pains still left over from that. Getting better now, but I was really sick for a couple of days last week. I've not been sick for a while. And I did have to take my first day off of work. I did try, but came 10 o'clock, I just couldn't do it. I was just falling unconscious and I was just ill. So I did take my first day off at work for over a year. My first sick day, that is. It's actually the first sick day I've ever had since I joined the company. So yeah, didn't want to do that, but unfortunately I didn't have a choice. I was really sick. These are stationary vehicles going. Thank you, mate. A lot of these cars on the right wanting to get over. The van has not indicated, but does that mean he wants to get over or not? Let's see. What are we doing? No idea what was going on there. Just I think it's that Mercedes that kind of got them a little bit stumbled. Canary Wharf now. This is where we are. We need to keep going a little bit further on. It is got to be close to, I think sunrise today 7:52. So I don't see the sun yet, but I think we are getting close to that mark. So I predict it's probably around about 7:40. We do have now motorbikes behind us. These cars are wanting to move over, but there's no room. People just swapping lanes randomly here. Traffic lights. Uneven ground, got to be careful. So we're going to get off at maybe Tower Bridge. I will probably put the sat-nav on at some point because not really done the A13 into London too many times, and there's so many one-way streets. It's really hard to. Is this a 30? It is, isn't it? Yeah. It's really hard to kind of navigate. Even if you know where you want to go, it's, well, how do I get there though? That's usually the problem. It's usually, how do I get to where I want to go? Which road can I go down to get there? I think there is a just after this is there a speed camera somewhere just up here. Oh my coccyx. Gonna turn right here. Couldn't really get over any more than that, unfortunately. we're in London now almost. So we can use these bus lanes, unlike a lot of places on the outskirts of London and some within London that you can't use. The light is rising. I'm interested to see what the time is. Oh, 7:54. I was a little bit off. I said 7:40 about 5 minutes ago. So the sun has officially risen. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, back. The back. Oh. Oh, a copper behind me. Traffic enforcement officer. So I have to be good, and this is my speed now, the same as I would for a cycle. And we're going back down again to 21. So I hate having police behind me. I'd rather they just overtook me. But I am trying to be a good boy and not get a ticket. I mean, he's on one of them. He's on where are you going? Okay. He's on the moped, not a proper police bike. Are you indicating? No. Or do you want to go? You don't want to go there. Yeah. Hey. Oh, he's not a copper. The copper turned off. I'd rather I was on the Versys now. It's a little bit more upright. What's happened here? Oh, it's the fire brigade. Interesting. How does this bike keep getting in front of me? Do I just keep jumping the red lights or something? Is that what's happened? Right, here, what do we do? A quick manoeuvre will get me over to here, I think, which is where kind of I want to be. Oh, and then I got concrete, so I'm going to try and get just in front here. This is my best option. Oh, I'm making. Taxi driver, get in his wing mirror so he can see me, because he hasn't seen me yet. I might just pull over in a minute, and that's not the Versys, is it? How did he get past me there? No, that's not the Versys. Or is it? It is. How the hell did that happen? I don't understand how he got past me. I think I know where I'm going here, but we want to go in between these, but going in between these cars as they're turning is not great. It's not a great thing to do. I'm going to flip this up though. This van decides to come around the outside of me. Okay, I'm going to go around the inside here. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. It's been 1 hour and 13 minutes so far, this commute. So I don't think I'm going to have enough battery left on, sorry, enough memory card storage to do a return journey. So we'll see. We'll see next time. Maybe I'll, yeah, if it's a decent return journey, maybe I'll bring 2 SIM cards, you never know. Or maybe it's because the 8K footage, we might have enough on the, this one. We'll see. Is there room there for me? There is now. Forgot my bike cover today. Well, not forgot it, couldn't find it. I don't know where I've put them all, to be honest. I should have 4 or 5 of them. There is it all wrapped up somewhere in one of the storage boxes that I haven't unpacked yet. Still a bit chilly this morning though. Don't think we're going to get past 10 degrees yet. Let's go left, lefting, left-a-roo. We are at the kind of Liverpool Street area. See the guy on the left? Don't do it. Oh, I done it anyway. I'm impressed with his earbuds. So definitely I will do a review on these. I really enjoyed them. Not once have I heard any wind noise. I can hear my comms perfectly. I can hear everything around me perfectly. So yeah, very impressed, very comfortable as well. Forgot I was wearing them, to be honest. You don't have to kind of wiggle around trying to keep them in when you put your helmet on. So yeah, I'm liking them. Anyway, we are here now. So that was the first commute from Kent. I hope you enjoyed it. and I hope to be doing many more soon. Until then, I will speak to you later on. So as always, ride safe but have fun.